Was it not a debate on corruption?
Well,
we want a debate on corruption.
Him to divert
no,
the
I
issue.
think
no, because you
allowed him to divert the issue.
I think the honourable BJP treasurer. I think the honourable BJP treasurer.
I think the audience is fed up with both
I think the honourable BJP treasurer.
So I think let us not discuss.
Yeah, let's not. My question. My question is. My question.
I am willing to produce documents.
I will not allow.
You may produce any document.
I request you.
As an honourable member of parliament.
Gentlemen, I request you, since I have the liberty, of moving and you don't, and you're harnessed to your tables and I am not, I use this liberty to request you to come back to the debate. Should they not come back to the debate?
No.
Should we have a debate on corruption? Yes. Should we discuss corruption loud and clear before the general election? And is corruption a principal issue in this election or not? Yes. Will it decide the way you vote? So let's talk corruption in the national election debate. My next question to Anand Sharma, and I have the people on my side, Mr. Sharma, on this.
Don't corrupt the
And my next question to Mr. Anand Sharma is about Rahul Gandhi.
Corrupting the issue.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi has made a belated entry into the national sea. Now, I didn't hear Mr. Rahul Gandhi speak on 2G. And I didn't hear Mr. Rahul Gandhi speak about CWG. And I didn't hear Mr. Rahul Gandhi speak about the coal scam. I didn't hear Mr. Rahul Gandhi speak about Bribegate. I didn't hear Mr. Rahul Gandhi speak on Pawan Kumar Bansal, Ashwini Kumar. But I expected that after the Chintan Shivir of your party, in the early part of 2013, when he became vice president of the party, effective de facto number 2 and probably more, and especially after his aggressive entry and he's going to be the prime ministerial candidate of the BJP, we expected Rahul Gandhi to speak, on the fact that Veerbhadra Singh, your chief minister from your state, which you represent, allow me to complete, he and his wife took cash from a businessman they had favorable business dealings with in government. Rahul Gandhi didn't speak on that. Rahul Gandhi said, I personally disagree with what happened on the other scam, but Rahul Gandhi has presided over the cover-up in which not a single prominent politician, including Ashok Chavan, has actually faced the legal process. So my question to you, sir, is that during the Lokpal, Rahul Gandhi, during the Lokpal debate, I remember Rahul Gandhi saying, I like to think before I speak. Why is Rahul Gandhi not speaking now, and what is he thinking about in the case of Ashok Chavan and Veerbhadra Singh?
Well, it's very fashionable. Let me tell you that when you are in a position of authority, particularly when you are the government of the day in office for 10th year running, we become targets. But excessive vilification is not fair. First of all, you have yourself said that Rahul Gandhi is the Congress vice president.
Yes.
When the Congress party takes decisions, it's a core committee of the Congress.
Yes.
When it asks the ministers to step down, when it initiates action and the government initiates actions, it's the core committee decision. Rahul Gandhi's party to every decision about the resignation of the ministers, about the actions being initiated. Secondly, he has spoken about the ordinance when it was particularly about the convicted MLAs. No, he has commented on that. You wait. Veerbhadra Singh has spoken for himself. It's an allegation. He is submitting himself to a probe. Let the probe report be out. But I am on a limited question here. We know that our opponents are on a daily drumbeat. Do you expect the Congress vice president to join the drumbeat?
No.
He is the leader of the Congress party.
Sir,
he will be party to the decisions which are taken not on the street but in a correct manner in the core committee meeting.
Are not the streets.
He is very much endorsing the decisions.
This is very much the court of the people, and allegations of grave impropriety. Grave impropriety have been placed against.
Allegation is an allegation.
Ashok Chavan and Veerbhadra.
Don't you try to create an environment, and I say very responsibly, what are the basic canons of natural justice? They are being torn apart.
Sir.
Well, there is also, you cannot pronounce judgments in advance. Allegation remains an allegation until the truth is proved. Fact and fiction are important. What this country has also seen, and pardon my saying so, and I must say it, that the entire amount budgeted for the Commonwealth Games is being referred to as scam, which have seen Metro, highways, which has seen flyovers, which have seen world-class stadiums, all that amount as if the amount has vanished.
Well, you moved away from
what the exaggeration is. That's where the sensationalization is. You are citizens of Delhi. You see what how Delhi has transformed. Where did the money come from? That was earmarked to upgrade Delhi for the Commonwealth Games.
Mr. Anand Sharma,
there may be acts of omission and commission. Mr. Kalmadi went to prison. There is still a case which is on trial, so you cannot prejudge and go beyond a point.
With the deftness of only a person with your experience, by the way, Mr. Anand Sharma, despite his relative youth in politics, has 42 years in politics, and therefore bringing all the 42 years of his political experience to his command, he has deftly avoided the subject of Veerbhadra Singh and Adarsh and moved to CWG. And I wonder, Mr. Anand Sharma, if somebody taking a ticket on a metro tomorrow will say, thank you, Mr. Kalmadi.
I'm not saying
Kalmadi. For all your corruption.
No.
Thank you for all your corruption because I get to ride on the metro at the end of it.
Listen, let me again correct you. Let me again correct you. I don't think it was Kalmadi who was given the budget and the responsibility to construct the stadium or the metro or the airport.
It wasn't the BJP or the left.
No, it was the government of Delhi.
Yes. And who was running the government
development?
Who was running
don't
the government
divert, and that is what the budget was.
But who was
if
running
you say
which
that
party
airport
was in
has
power
not come, if you say metro is not running,
which party was in power in Delhi?
The Congress party was in power.
So then you are responsible for the corruption?
No, there is the corruption. You put the entire amount. I'm sorry. What you are saying is that if you give to your wife 5,000 rupees for the groceries, and if your servant steals or somebody responsible, your accountant, indulges in an act where 200 rupees go missing, then the entire 5,000 you blame your wife.
With respect,
no, Delhi government has not misused
with
the
respect
funds.
And on a lighter note, thanks to the strenuous efforts of your government, if anyone were to get 5,000 rupees to run their household, you'd get the money back.
I'm not saying that. Just an illustration.
Mr. Anand Sharma, we have counters coming in. You have a counter? I think he has a counter for you.
I think it's very clear
that
Mr. Rahul Gandhi does not have any opinion against corruption. He has been complicit in the whole process for so many years. He has probably spoken in Parliament only on 2 occasions. We've not heard him speak in Parliament. His attendance is less than 50%. But before I conclude, I just want to read out from the exact text of the law because he has indulged in political corruption by misleading the House.
Who is indulgent political?
Mr. Sharma.
You are accusing Mr. Sharma of indulging in political corruption
because
by misleading the
audience.
audience.
Misled these young boys and girls.
No, I don't mislead.
Now I'm reading out from the law of the land. FDI reporting happens.
No, we are not discussing FDI.
One sec.
No, we are not discussing.
He has tried to mislead these young boys and girls.
No, I go back. I'm once again going to go back to the audience. I'm going to go back to the audience at this stage. Was this debate, should the debate be on corruption? Should the focus remain on corruption? And if the Congress and the BJP move away from the subject of corruption, should we bring them back to it? Okay, on the national election debate, since I have the people on my side,
Mr. That's all right, but I just wanted to correct you. The RBI
Mr. Piyush Goyal,
Mr. Piyush Goyal,
Mr. Piyush Goyal,
I'm on record.
Mr. Piyush Goyal,
I'm saying it on record.
I think now you will agree with me.
Sitaram Yechuri.
Back to the subject.
Coming back to the subject. There's a match fixing going on here. They don't want to discuss corruption, and both of them are actually involved. Don't get into FDI and all that. That's not the issue. The point is, let's come back to corruption and let's discuss that.
My senior colleague.
I would like to now ask the BJP representative who wants to discuss FDI figures in Gujarat with great alacrity whether he will accept the challenge on the national election debate for telling me about the achievements of Mr. Yediyurappa, which include receiving 20 crores allegedly as kickbacks from the Southwestern Mining Company as a quid pro quo to waive off dues to the state government. There was a recovery of 890 crores loss caused to a state-run public sector unit. And allegedly, Mr. Yediyurappa, among his several other achievements, was paid 20 crores as quid pro quo as the minister for not insisting on its recovery. You have brought him back. Have you lost completely before the people of this country? And is this one of the principal reasons why parties like the Aam Aadmi Party are gaining at your expense? Would you concede that the move to get Yediyurappa back may get you a few votes in Karnataka, which probably it may not, but there will be a major loss of perception in the entire country that you've brought a tainted man back into your party? Mr. Goyal.
Arnab, you yourself just said these are allegations. The High Court has ruled that these investigations are stayed and the Lokayuk report was not accepted.
The High Court reprieve has nothing to do with the CBI case against him. On a fact check, the High Court reprieve has nothing to do with the CBI case against him, which it started investigations at the direct of the High Court. And I would like to remind you that Mr. Advani said, though you don't listen to him nowadays, he said to your party that when it comes to even a hint of corruption within our own ranks, we must be even more intolerant and resolute when we attack the same in our adversaries. That is how we can build credibility among the people. Are you building credibility by bringing Mr. Yediyurappa back into your party?
It's not a question of bringing him back or not.
You have brought him back.
May I complete? He was never removed from the party in the first place. He was removed from all his ministerial positions as soon as these allegations came in. He chose to leave the party and he requested
when
to
you
come
lost
back.
the elections, again you're factually incorrect.
After the
Karnataka results
are not proved.
After the
Till the
Karnataka
allegations
results.
are not proved, he's come back unconditionally
At 4:35 p.m.
without any ministerial or any position being given to him.
At 35 minutes past 4 in the afternoon on the 8th of May 2013, when you were routed in the Karnataka elections, and I have my dates and time absolutely correct, Ravi Shankar Prasad said that Yediyurappa, the issue took away a good portion of our votes because we lost him. But he said certain issues are non-negotiable. And corruption is one such issue. He spoke in the context of Yediyurappa. I just want to ask you, what has changed? What has changed between May 2013 and January 2014?
Not at all. Nothing has changed. The context in which he said it was...
The context...
Elections are closer.
Elections
are closer.
Yediyurappa left the party. And there was no negotiation or compromise on allowing him to go.
Any counters from this side?
He wanted his ministerial position, which the party did not negotiate.
You removed him because of the allegations against him.
Insisted that he leave his ministerial positions. There was no negotiation on ministerial positions.
Any counters on the Yediyurappa issue from this side?
No, I just want, I don't want to put poor Mr. Piyush Goyal into greater embarrassment, because as Anand said, I also agree. He came into the Rajya Sabha after I was there. He's got a bright future, and in fact, I worked with his esteemed father, who was in the same this thing. So I don't want him to put him to greater embarrassment, but the facts are facts.
Yes.
Accept it that you have compromised because the elections are close by, and you want certain votes which Yediyurappa can bring. You know, I know that this is the reality, and that is why
you may choose to decide that you know. But I'm telling
I'm saying you know also. I'm not only saying I know.
The fact is he was not given any hearing at all by the Lokayuk, which was then stayed by the High Court. Investigations are going on till such time as a person is convicted. In fact, some of the cases have already fallen off. I think it will be unfair to cast...
Mr. Anand Sharma wants to add
I want you to consider,
Mr. Anand Sharma to Piyush Goyal.
No, even in the earlier issue we were discussing, why is this yardstick of saying until he is convicted or until the case is proven, appeal is pending, valid for the BJP, but it's not valid for the Congress? No, I just cannot understand this logic. If Lalu Prasad Yadav has to go, if Rashid Masood has to go, why do these people have to remain?
Mr. Yechury, my question next is to you, and we are limited time on this debate, and hence you must answer this. I appreciate your position, that when it's an issue of corruption, it's an issue of corruption. That's what you're saying. And do you believe there should be any compromise with corruption?
No.
Do you believe there should be any compromise with political parties who are accused of corruption?
No.
And then tell me, why did you do a deal with Mayawati?
Where?
When you broke away with the Congress party, and when you were politically isolated. Don't look at me so angrily, Mr. Yechury.
No, of course I'll look at you angrily, because if you're going to say that I have defended Mayawati, then of course I'll be angry with you.
I find that you have double standards when the radar of corruption is put at you, because you had said that you have no problem with Mayawati's leadership in September 2008. Let me remind you, Mr. Yechury, let me remind you, this was the time when Mayawati, your party said that.
When?
Your party leader, Mr. Prakash Karat, I presume you know him. Mr. Prakash Karat said that. After he met, and the Prakash Karat said the CPM says it has no problem in working under the leadership of the Bahujan Samaj Party chief if the proposed third front comes to power in the next general elections, because the priority is to defeat both the Congress and the BJP. Prakash Karat said that. Are you surprised?
No, I see in the sense.
And this was the time when, 1 minute, I haven't finished. This was the time when Mayawati was under fire for the Taj corridor and the disproportionate assets case. So, For you, communalism is a big issue. Getting the BJP and the Congress house is a big issue, but corruption is not a big issue when it comes to your own political targets. Answer, Mr. Yechi.
Yeah, Mr. Goswami, with all this experience and granted that you've still got a lot of career ahead of you, if I were to say your right eye is bad or your left eye is bad, which one would you choose? I am saying both corruption and communalism are bad.
So Mayawati
the country has to be protected against both.
So Mayawati was the third eye?
You can't say, no, I'll choose my right eye, not my left eye.
Was Mayawati the third eye?
You want to be one eye blind?
No, was Mayawati the third eye?
I am saying both are important. Let us fight both.
No,
if you want to save India, build a better India, both are important.
I believe you dodged my question with a, what would I say, a theoretical duck.
Theoretical. I mean, you called Mr. Anand Sharma, I thought you called him deaf, but I thought you finally turned out to be deft. So, I mean, there's no theoretical duck here. This is a fact I'm saying, that you can judge us by what we are.
Well, Mr. Yechuri,
we have seen.
My next question is to the Congress party. My question to the Congress party is, sir, that I completely believe that Rahul Gandhi was sincere when he said there should be no compromises with corruption. You yourself quoted what he said on the issue of the ordinance, if I heard you correctly. Do you believe that when Rahul Gandhi was speaking about the ordinance, he meant it and he was honest?
Well, I think he spoke, as he has said, out of conviction. He also spoke on Lokpal, and his contribution in pushing forward has been acknowledged. I know that in partisan politics, it will always get debated. But why do you question the sincerity of a word spoken?
Yeah.
Why doesn't our opposition at least relent for a moment and say that yes, when there has been any episode, there has been response, there has been action. You don't deny. We can have a responsible debate to inform our citizens, to inform our people when we place the true facts. We cannot be in denial. I said right in my opening words that there is angst in the country, and that's why we are conscious of that. We are concerned about that, and we are responding to
I'm not, and on this I'll take you. I'm not, don't get me wrong, Mr. Sharma. I am just, this is what Rahul Gandhi said. He said, it is time to stop this nonsense. Political party, these are his words. You are looking at me angrily again. These are his words.
I'm not angry at all.
It is time to stop this nonsense. He said, political parties, mine and all others. If you want to fight corruption in the country, whether it's Congress or BJP, we cannot continue making these small compromises. Because if we make these small compromises, then we compromise anywhere. So I want to ask you, in the same breath, Mr. Anand Sharma, of not making any compromises, would you say that any political deal with Lalu Prasad Yadav, convicted on the 30th of September for alleged involvement in the Chaibasa treasury case pertaining to the fraudulent withdrawal of taxpayers' money, cannot be allowed, and therefore keeping your same ideological position intact, that you will never ever, and I want you to say this before the entire audience, you will not allow any political alliance with a person accused who has come out of jail on an important act of corruption such as that. Mr. Anand Sharma.
Electoral alliances are made with political parties.
What happens to moderates?
Number one, with the political parties. Number two,